Hi everybody, Audra here, your Twisted Chalker with Auds-N-Ends Boutique. Only if I can speak today. And I am going to make myself a little tote bag. And I wanted to show you how it's done with the inking. And I chose the I Choose Joy transfer. So I'm going to use the white and the pumpkin spice, and this is supposed to be bright red, but I think the pigment's a little different, and so it kind of looks pink to me. So I love pink and orange together. You'll see. We'll see if those two mesh together well once they're on the fabric. And I have this little bag, this little canvas bag that I picked up. I think at Hobby Lobby. I don't remember. But I'd like to have one to carry my free sample kits around. I have these free sample kits that I put together for any of you who are interested but not sure if this is something you really can do or would like to do. So I'm offering free sample kits if you just message me in the comments or on my Facebook page. Do a private message and I can get the free kit, the free sample kit to you. So tonight I need to use my inking board so that whatever I ink on this side will not pass through to the other side. And also, let me move these out of the way real quick so that I don't get it all over the place. Also, it's a little sticky on this side, if you can hear that. And so it sticks to the fabric and holds it in place so that when you're trying to, well, when you're doing your inking and squeegeeing, the fabric won't move around. So I'm just going to slip this inside. And I'm going to place it right about where I want to place the actual transfer. Because once it's in there, it'll be stuck. So now, I don't know if you can tell, but it's stuck in there. All right. Then I'm going to place my transfer right about here. I think it'd be a good placement, maybe a little higher. Now the transfer stops here, where the board, excuse me, the ink board stops here. So I'll stop where the ink board stops. I think that's a good place for that. It's pretty centered. It's a pretty good location. I do not have a towel for fuzzing. This is something a little different. I do have a new toy. Before, when I made shirts and towels, I had to heat set the ink by ironing both sides for 4 minutes on each side. However, I want to make more shirts and more towels and more bags like this, so I have a heat press. So this will be my first time using this heat press. So I guess I should go ahead and turn it on. And I need to set the temp. Whoops. Okay, so I've set the temp to 305. So it is heating up. While it's heating up, I'm going to go ahead and stencil. Transfer, paint, ink. I'm going to ink. I am inking tonight. So this is one of the transfers that I ordered from Magnolia Design Company. I also got my ink from Magnolia Design Company, as well as my squeegee and my stir sticks and my inking board. Now, I didn't tell you that normally I would have a towel handy so I could fuzz this, but since I'm putting it on fabric, there's no need to fuzz it. And with it not being fuzzed, it'll stick better while I'm trying to do the inking. I'm going to see if it's straight. Nope, not straight. So I'm going to make it a little straighter. The heat press is already at 125. I set it for 305. It came with a chart that tells you what temperature to use for the different fabrics. So 305 is the temperature for this. Make sure it's straight. That's better. Now I'm going to work out all the air bubbles. And I think, so that it will pop, I want to do I Choose Joy in white. And then I'm going to blend the colors for the rest. Alright. So I think I'll do the, I think I'll just work my way this way. So I'm going to just dab a little bit of the pumpkin spice, and then dab a little bit of the bright red, and of course I don't think I dabbed enough. Let's put a little bit of bright red here. What I'm trying to do is just get a kind of a blending of the two colors together, but I think I shorted it a little too much. I didn't do enough. So I'm just going to add a little more. I got that in the Y. I'm just going to scooch it. There we go. I have to be more careful because the ink is not as forgiving as the paste. The paste, if you make a mistake, you can wash it off and start again. The ink, not so much. So this is not something I can put back in the jar because it's tainted now that it's mixed. So I'm just going to use the mixed to go over here. I'm seeing mostly red, so I'm going to put a little bit of orange. There we go. I have a booth here in town. I live in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area, and I spent a couple years trying to figure out how it is I want to supply inventory for the booth. I tried different things, and this seems to be the one thing that is working for me. So majority of what I make goes into the booth at Second Spin Consignment at 31st and Sheridan. I haven't tried doing orders from people yet because I'm just getting started with this Magnolia Design Company products. But the great thing about it is I don't have to rush into anything because they don't have any minimum requirements. I get a percentage discount. I get a great discount for joining Magnolia. I need a paper towel. So, but I don't lose it if I don't make a minimum amount of sales. They have no minimum requirements. So, it works great for me. Especially now that I'm just trying to get a good feel for everything. Here, this is regarding. If you're interested in checking it out and maybe looking into doing something like this, I've got the little link to my website in the description. Just click on it, it'll take you there. If you're on Facebook, you just click the Shop Now button, it'll take you to my website and you can check it out. I don't think I've inked with this much white before. Uh-oh, got a little bit of the red in there. I think it'll be okay. I decided to add it a bunch because I can just scrape whatever I don't use off. I want to get, there's a lot of screen on the Joy. You want to make sure you get all of it. There we go. A little bit of a tight corner. I probably could have used a smaller squeegee for this. Here we go. All right, I did it. I did it without mixing it up. I love this stuff because it makes me look like an artist. When the product is finished, it makes me look like an artist. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to scrape off the excess and put it back in the jar. The heat press is ready for me. That would be my Willa Willa. She's kind of confined to the living room right now because of her knee surgery. Don't want her slipping and sliding all over the floors. I have to wash this off before I remove that. If you have any ink on your fingers and then get it on your project, it will be kind of difficult to get it off, especially if it's fabric. All right, that's peel to reveal, huh? Okay, let me turn it this way. Oopsie. I see a little bit of color in my Y. I'm thinking what I can do is just take a little brush and paint over it. And I need to get that ink off of there. I'll be right back. Alright, so I rinsed the stencil transfer with cool to lukewarm water. And it is now laying on a towel to air dry with sticky side up. I think I'm going to try dabbing just a little bit of white over this. I'm just using a sponge. So I can cover up the red. I love the way the red and the orange blended with each other. Okay. It's almost like a fall blend, isn't it? I was thinking it would be a little more summery, but I love it. The pumpkin spice color is beautiful. And then I want to get my tie pin. See if I can get that little bit of spot that I got right there. I love the way that I choose Joy Pops on the black. I'm going to try this first. Look at that. It came right out. That worked out well. So I didn't have to use my tie pin. Oh goodness. I have it on my finger. I have to be careful because I don't want it to get all over my hand as well. Goodness gracious. I am a mess everywhere. Okay, I'm going to dry it a little bit with the blow dryer. I say I'm going to. Just had to push the reset button. You can't even tell that I fixed it. Ooh, it looks really, really good. All right. And then I'm going to take out the inking board. You don't want to put all that heat that I'm about to put on there on the inking board. So I'm going to remove it. Okay. And I'll set that aside. And then I'm going to place parchment paper on top, just like that. Okay, here we go. First time using my new toy. I think it's big enough to cover the whole thing, I think. Maybe not. And let me see. Okay, so I set it on there. Set the time. For 30 seconds. Is it counting down? And it's getting cooler. It's not counting down. I thought I read the instructions well enough. I guess I need to read them again. So what do you think? You think, oh look, there we go. You have to push the timer button. So you set the amount of time you want, and then you push the timer button. And the temperature seems to be going down. I'm not sure why. Ooh. And honestly, I made a mistake. I needed to put this over here because see what I did? Yes, I know. Thank you. It's still kind of stuck to it, so it's not completely dry. So, live and learn, right? I'm going to try again. So, put this here, set the timer, be right back. Okay, so it's counting down. We're at 14 seconds so far. I've got the heat pad underneath this time, so hopefully I didn't melt my... Hopefully I didn't help ruin my self-healing board here. We'll see. All right. So it's dry on this side. Now I have to turn it inside out. Ooh, it's hot. Okay. I'm going to place, it was dry to the touch on the inside, but just in case, I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper inside between the two layers so that it doesn't transfer over to the back side of the bag, just to be safe. I'm pretty sure it's dry, but just to be safe after what I just did with everything else, I'd rather do that. So there, parchment paper over where the print is. Place that on there. Almost sounds like a hospital bed, or doctor's office bed. Set the timer for 30 seconds. This is so much better than 4 minutes on each side with an iron. I can't wait to get started on all the t-shirts for the holidays and the towels and everything else. Five more seconds to go. And this will be permanently heat set on the bag. And then off. See if I can get it turned right side out again. It's proving to be a difficult thing for me. There we go. And now, I am done. I have a new bag that I can carry around my free sample kits that I'm offering to anybody who messages me who might be interested in giving it a try. My link to my website is in the description below, as well as my Facebook address. If you want to go there and privately message me, you can do that as well. Well, thank you very much for watching, and that is it for tonight, and I will see you again soon. All right, good night.